And there we go, that's the Peru levels done. Just casually committing major property damage to break into somebody's office. I hope nobody was in that elevator.
Relocated now to St. Francis's Folly, new temptations torment me. Rumor amongst my fellow brothers is that entombed beneath our monastery is the body of Teoken, one of the 3 legendary rulers of the lost continent Atlantis, and that with him lies his piece of the Atlantean Scion, a pendant divided and shared between the 3 rulers, which curbs tremendous powers. Powers beyond the Creator himself. My toes sweat at such possibilities, lying so close to my mortal self. Each night, I beat myself rid of these fantasies, but it is indeed a test. Pierre, you litterbug.
Seriously, don't leave your trash everywhere. So, now we are in Greece, in St. Francis Folly, which is inspired by the Colosseum and the Meteora monasteries in Greece. Oh, yeah, let's get up here. So yeah, this is what it looked like in the original, and this is what it looked like now. Alright. Let's see. I know we're going to have to fight Pierre here quite a bit. And this level, St. Francis Folly, is actually my favorite level in all of Tomb Raider 1. It is absolutely amazing, but it can be a bit of a pain to get through. Alright, let's get started. First we need to pull that. And then we need to push it. Whoa, 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 whoa. You snuck up on me a lot faster than you would. These monkeys are fast. Yikes. I knew they would come running down here. I didn't think they would be this fast. Now we did skip the trigger for the door, so we don't actually need to pull this lever. Monkeys in Greece. Yes, chimpanzees. Just... or gorillas. I'm not sure what they are supposed to be. Just ignore it. I mean, we also had, oh no, fuck, that was the one for the door. Okay, never mind. We also had, Velociraptors in Peru, so, you know. Best not take this too seriously. go. Oh, so we do actually have to... Okay. Right, let's go. I think now when we get out here, we're gonna run into Pierre de Pont. Yeah, there he is. The best way to deal with him is to just stay over here, try to get a lock on him, and then just... Ah, fuck. Jump left and right. Once he loses his health bar, you have to break visual with him for him to actually disappear from the field. Because right now he is invulnerable. So right now you cannot actually defeat him. Gonna go up here. Let me see. First we're gonna go up here. We're gonna get a secret here. This one can be a bit of a pain, because it requires some careful jumping. Let's see if I remember how to do this. We want to stand right here where the border of that tile is, that ornate border. Jump. Almost. I don't think we can do it just by jumping backwards, can we? No. God damn it. Can I do it for side jump? No. I need to get just a little further to the left. Yeah, that was too far to the front. This one can be such a pain to get. I don't think from this side is going to be easier, is it? No. Fuck. Nope. There we go. Finally. This one should be easier. This way. All right. Now we can go back the way we came. I think we can actually jump from here to the medipack, but I'm not entirely sure. Oof. Okay, that worked. And then we can save ourselves a little bit of trouble and just jump right over here. Because I don't think there's anything over there. Okay, now for this one you gotta be really careful because there's a secret here that is incredibly easy to miss and there's no way to backtrack to it, so this is a point of no return. We're gonna save here. There we go. Got it done. And there's another secret in here that you can only get before you pull this lever, so... Oh, hi, crocodile! I don't want anything from you, by the way. Let me... swim... and climb up. Thank you. Okay. Crocodiles unfortunately do massive damage. I think this one is actually gonna disappear when we pull this lever here. So don't pull this lever yet if you want all the kills. Alright. At this room. This room is one of my favorite rooms in any game ever. It can be really frustrating, but it is just so cool. And according to the commentaries on the Anniversary Edition, when the original developers made this room, they were thinking about how every time video game designers build stuff, they always build very flat. You have all these amazing tools to create amazing spaces, and everybody just always builds flat tools. And they were like, no, we don't want a flat environment. We actually want to build as vertically as possible. Let's make a room that is so fucking vertical. It's gonna give everybody vertigo. We're gonna make people afraid to fall. And I think that was an amazing choice, because this room is incredible. Confusing sometimes, but incredible. And yeah, it's a long way down. It's working, yeah. So yeah. Actually going to save here. We do need to get down there. Not this way, though. We are going to grab a secret now, and this is actually a secret for which we are going to need a bit of extra health. I'll have to check if I know if I remember how to do the sequence correctly, because this is timed. Ignore the bats. I can take care of you later. There we go. We got our secret, that's what matters. Alright. So as you can see, we need to find 4 keys here. And I always used to think those things were swords, you know. I did not see that as like levers that can actually move to the left, or like bars that can move to the left. I always thought those were swords in the original graphics. So the basic idea is there are 4 doors here. And by the way, this room looks just as crazy in the old graphics. There are 4 doors here that we need to open with 4 different levers. And each of those rooms is themed after a different god or hero. Not all of them of Greek origin. The developers were a bit behind with their Greek mythology there. But each of them with a specific gimmick. And a specific fun way to die, of course. Because sometimes when you've been working and debugging your game for hundreds of hours, you just want to kill off the character and be like, now we're done. We're going home. Like Neptune? Not a Greek god, but we're just gonna ignore that for a moment. Right. Thor, also very much not a Greek god. I think if we jump over there, we can trigger some more bats. Yeah. Oh. I did not actually think that that would work, but okay. We have opened Atlas already. We just triggered a bat from somewhere. Where are you? Oh, up there. Okay. Okay, that's Damocles. At least we're back in Greece. We're not with the gods, but at least we're back in Greece. And this should be the final one, right? Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's start with Neptune, the totally Greek god of water and the oceans. Let me double check if there's anything in here. No. Okay. Now this room is infinitely scarier in the original, because the original has shit draw distance. So you just look down there and it's just like, yep, bottomless black hole. Who knows how deep this goes? Which, to be fair, you would lose light after a certain depth in the water. I'm not sure how much, but the deeper you go, the more light you lose. I know that much. And you don't really have a choice. You just get pulled all the way to the bottom. So good luck. And this gate is closed. Better hope you're not afraid of deep water, because otherwise this room is torture. Now this is an excellent opportunity to get the drowning death, by the way, because you're going to be running out of air soonish anyways. So we're just gonna save up here. I'm just going to wait for a few seconds. And you gently float to the surface. Alright. First key acquired. Let's get out of here. No. That's actually a little bit too deep a fall. Let's stay here. Okay. Oh, right, and now we've got Pierre and some lions down there. Now this is the room of Atlas, and if you know anything about Greek mythology, you know exactly how this one is going to go. The easiest way to get this room done is to actually just run back into this little area and let the boulder roll over you. hold. Stay right pressed against the wall. There you go. Problem solved. They didn't have the time to make a proper Atlas statue fall. In the Anniversary Edition, in the remake, they did actually put an Atlas statue in there. Now we're not gonna drop down here because it's actually pretty steep. There we go. Much better. Now, let's see, who's next? Damocles, I think, should be next. Oh. Dying is next, apparently, because I severely underestimated how far down the Damocles run was. There we go. Alright, let's go down here. And I actually need to get myself something to drink, so I will be back in a minute or two because I actually just realized I forgot to refill my drinks. So, I'm gonna take a quick break here, be right back.